Is it me or everyone moving from New York to Florida misses New York after like 3-4 months? I mean, I'm basically not in Miami. You can tell. I'm bored. I'm bored. I am done driving everywhere. I miss walking on the streets. I miss Soho. Is it crazy? I don't know. Judge me. Say something. I don't know. Beach is not enough. Beach life is not for me, basically. And the hurricane season, don't even make me start. I miss New York. And right now, New York has the best weather. Warm. You can go grab a coffee, walk to Central Park. I don't know. Okay, judge me. Go ahead. Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Global Views with Josh. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a breakdown of the biggest stories shaping America and beyond. Now, grab your popcorn because today's topic, it's giving plot twist of the century. Now, thousands of people are leaving New York for Florida, chasing sunshine, low taxes, palm trees, and that mythical better life. But the gag is, many of them are instantly regretting it. And when I say instantly, I mean some of them didn't even finish unpacking the U-Haul before reality hit like a flying iguana in the hurricane season.
It's funny, I just got back from Florida, and I can't tell you how many times people were asking me to move to Florida or trying to make an argument that living in Florida is better than living in the Northeast. I'm not going to say New York City, I'm just going to say the Northeast. Time again, they're like, it's so much better, it's so much better, you got better weather, you got better food, better people, better things to do. And I'm just sitting here and like, I don't agree at all. I mean, yeah, you probably get some better weather, give you that, but the cookie cutter lifestyle in South Florida is just, I don't know, just not a thing I think I want to do. Living in the Northeast, you get 4 seasons, you get the ability to go in and out of good cities. I'm not saying you can go to Miami, but traffic is absolutely nuts in Miami. And then on top of that, the food is incredible in the Northeast. The people are great. There's culture, and that's the big thing, culture. Didn't find much of that, I feel like, in Florida, because it's all transplants. Do you agree or disagree with me? Put in the comments.
The fact that I willingly moved from Atlanta, Georgia to Central Florida makes me realize that I am an idiot. I honestly thought I was gonna live out my Hallmark dream life. I was gonna move to a small beach town and, some man was gonna come over and fix something and I was gonna fall in love and everything was gonna be great. But you know what? That didn't happen. And you wanna know why that didn't happen? Because the only people that live in small towns are conservative people. So I don't know why Hollywood keeps making these movies where these big city girls go to small towns and they find the love of their life, because that's not real. And I don't know why I believed it. I thought I was smart. Why did I think that I was going to move to this small town and I was going to meet some unicorn guy who wasn't a MAGA guy? That was like literally the most idiotic thought I ever had in my life. And the thing is, all the white conservatives think, because I am also a white person, that I think like them. They keep, spewing all this racist rhetoric and saying all these crazy things to me, and I have to continue to dodge it and be like, I don't think like that. Stop saying that shit. Stop. That's not okay. I disagree with you. Like, why did I move? Floridians are weird. They are not like any other breed of people that I have ever met. And the only friends I have are people who moved from other states into Florida, because the Floridians and me, we're not vibing. We are not vibing. And if you are a native Floridian and you're offended by this, I'm sorry, but y'all are weird and I don't understand you. Okay, thanks for listening to my rant.
Nobody tells you that living in Florida means you're trapped in your house for half the year. I am suffering. I'm waking up at 4 a.m., parched every night, dehydrated from the heat that I didn't even go outside in. I'm cranking the AC 24/7, and that electric bill is a mini heart attack every month. But there's nothing to do here. Unless you're drinking or spending money, all we have are bars with $8 beers and old men ranting about politics. That's a hard pass from me. The one trendy and aesthetic coffee shop is 25 minutes away by car, $8 for a latte, and it closes at 2. Even going to lunch now is $16 for a Cuban sandwich, and it used to be double the size. So what can I do? I can scroll on the couch every day, all day. I swear, this isn't living. This is just surviving. And it is only getting worse. I grew up here. I've been here my entire life. I remember 4th of July barbecues, taking the boat to the sandbar, sitting on the back porch at night, watching the beautiful Florida sunset until the mosquitoes kicked in. All of that sounds awful now. Maybe I changed, okay? Maybe I lost my heat tolerance, but I know I'm not the only one. I'm just so bored, and I live in a city, so what now?
You guys are pissed that I said I hate living in Florida. So I'm going to give you more reasons I hate living in Florida. For starters, and I'm not scared to say it, the people here are weird and they are mean, and I'm tired of pretending like they're not. I grew up in West Virginia and Kentucky, and while they most certainly have their flaws, they do have Southern hospitality, and that is a lost art once you get past the Georgia state line. And I know we would say like, oh, Florida can't be grouped in with the South. It's totally different. It's totally different. Let's get one thing straight. Florida is not like Miami. Miami can maybe be considered its own little area. Anything else in Florida is the South. North Florida is the deep South, matter of fact. The literal only thing missing is the Southern hospitality, and that's one of the only good things about the South. One time I heard someone say when you go further north in the U.S., people are kind. When you go south, people are nice. There is definitely a difference. People in Florida are neither. Actually, they're not either. They're just mean. This might be a hot take, but outside of like Miami, the bigger cities here are literally just small towns in disguise. I personally have never been to Tampa, but like Jacksonville, Orlando, West Palm, pretty much everything closes at 9 p.m. These are small towns just on a big surface area. I think a lot of people are like, oh, Orlando, for example, they have Disney, they have Universal, they have SeaWorld, they have Disney, Universal, and we don't go to SeaWorld. The reality of it is, 9 times out of 10 when you hang out with your friends, you're either going to your house or you're going to dinner in any given one of those places. Now, Jacksonville and West Palm, they have a beach. That's pretty much it. There is not much else to do. Like, the reality of it is, if you're not super settled down, like damn near married, or have a lot of friends, you're going to be spending pretty much every single day doing the same exact thing you did the day before, and it's not much. If you move here for any reason other than college, you're going to have a harder time making and keeping friends because, like I said, a lot of people are married or settled down once they're like 21, 22, probably because they're so damn bored. And yes, of course they can be your friend, but they're just in a totally different like mindset place in their life to where it's like they're probably not going to want to do the same exact things. Moral of the story, Florida is not Miami, Florida is not Disney World, so don't drink the Kool-Aid, y'all. I'm warning you.
Insurance rates are exploding. They blame the hurricanes and things that we have here, but it's because the insurance companies have become a racket. They're racketeers, and they're lying with the government, knowing that if you don't have insurance, you cannot really exist in this state. And they utilize that. So what happens? They fleece the American people. They fleece the people in Orange County and in Orlando. It's not right, and that must be stopped. It should not be the case whereby your insurance rate be almost half your income for a month. When you look at cars and property and health and all of that, that is not right. That's not America.
Let me tell you how bad the job market is right now. I got laid off about 36 days ago. Probably 200 applications in. Out of that, probably 25 rejection letters. Signed up at Walmart for a job, signed with the local Publix, my grocery store, for a job. No interviews, no contacts. Out of all the applications I put in, I've had 2 interviews, been ghosted probably 15 times. Then I decided, well, you know what? I'll do DoorDash. Went to do DoorDash, couldn't get on in the area. Your zone is full. Can't even do DoorDash. That's how bad it is. I've been aged out 36 days. This is the longest I've ever been without a job ever in my life. 23 years in the military, master's degree, bachelor's, tons of experience. Can't find anything.
So, I live in Florida now, and as a fellow New Yorker, my New York card slightly has been taken away because it is 67 degrees outside, and when I say I feel it in my bones, okay, I feel it in my bones. I don't like this. Like, we got people wearing winter coats. We got dogs wearing coats. It's only 67 degrees, guys. It's really because there's no sun. But God damn it. I'm about to go to New York next month. I'm gonna die.
Alrighty, y'all. Let's talk about something that either your tax accountant will tell you about, people who do their research find out, or that people who already live here know about, and that is taxes. So the state of Florida has no state income tax. Federal taxes, yeah, they're still present, but it's a lot less, obviously, than New York. You keep more of your money, right? So in New York, you get hit for something like, I don't know, roughly 28 to 30, 31% of your taxes per paycheck, right? Florida, you're getting hit for about maybe, I want to say 18 to 20. So you are keeping a good chunk of your income in your pockets down here in Florida. So when I moved down here, I was interviewed, well, offered jobs by 4 cities, right? Orlando, Tampa, Miami, and Fort Lauderdale. More on that later. The point is, the 4 of them told me the same thing. Hey, you know, you're not paying any state income tax. And I was like, yeah, but that doesn't make a difference. You're still offering me like less of a salary. No, but it's okay, because once you're down here, you'll see the difference. And I was like, all right, whatever. You know, like, Jesus, take the wheel, right? Let's see what happens. Came down here, and my paychecks are literally higher than what I was making in New York. And then you add in, for example, cost of living, which in my opinion is less. Obviously, everybody has a different lifestyle. Everybody lives their life differently, right? So it's very objective. But I'm actually making more and saving more money. I don't know. Just something to think about, right? I mean, that obviously gives you an idea as to why so many people move down here, why so many people look to move down here, retire down here. You know, it's from a financial standpoint, it's just appealing. You know, and that's one of the biggest differences, I would say, immediately off the bat from, you know, New York down to, in my case, Orlando, Florida, because not all of Florida can be the same. Again, everybody's experiences are different, right? But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Any recommendations, any feedback, anything you would like to know if you're looking to move down here. And, you know, I've been down here for 10 months, so I'll do the best I can to answer them with the experience I have. Again, my experience is not the same as anybody else's, but hey, maybe they'll provide some insight for you guys.
For years, New York has been painted as the overtaxed, overpriced villain in America's "where should I live" debate. Now, high cost of living, rent that looks like a monthly ransom payment, and winters cold enough to make you question your purpose in life. So, of course, the Sunshine State seemed like a tropical rescue mission. No state income tax, cheaper houses, warm weather, beaches, freedom. But as many people are discovering, everything that glitters is not mango-scented Florida gold. So let's start with the housing situation. Yes, houses in Florida look cheaper on Zillow. But what the listings don't tell you is that the real cost isn't the house, it's the insurance that comes with it. Home insurance rates in Florida have skyrocketed to levels that make New York's high taxes look like a charity fundraiser. Now, some people are paying $10,000, $12,000, even $15,000 a year in insurance alone. Why? Because Florida has hurricane. Florida has floods, sinkholes, runaway inflation, and insurance companies fleeing the state like they are avoiding an X. Now, several major insurers have pulled out completely, leaving residents scrambling for coverage that doesn't drain their soul or their bank account. So yes, the house is cheaper, but the insurance bill, that's where they get you. Now, many New Yorkers moving down are now realizing the traded rent struggles for insurance-induced, migraines, right? The next up is the heat. Now, listen, I love a sunny day as much as anybody, but Florida heat is not summer fun heat. Did someone open the gates of Mount Doom? That sort of heat, right? People think they want sunshine until the humidity slaps them in the face like they owe it money. Now, we're talking unbearable temperatures, brutal heat waves, and humidity so thick you could spread it on dust. Outdoor activities only possible before 9 a.m. or after 7 p.m. Unless you want to melt into the sidewalk like a knocked over smoothie. And let's not forget hurricane season, which basically runs half the year now. Newcomers quickly learn that Sunshine State is really just the marketing department talking. Then we've got the job market. A lot of New Yorkers moved expecting booming job opportunities, but many industries in Florida just don't pay the same. Salaries tend to be lower. Job growth is uneven, and some newcomers are finding themselves overqualified, underpaid, or just plain unemployed. Except for tourism and service jobs, the opportunities are limited in many areas, right? Okay. And landing a job that pays what a New Yorker needs to sustain their lifestyle, not as easy as TikTok relocation videos made it seem. And we can't forget the hidden costs. Florida's lower taxes illusion fades fast when you meet sky high insurance, HOA fees that could fund a small government, property taxes that creep up every year, energy bills that double in summer, and don't even get me started on car insurance. Suddenly, people realize they didn't escape high costs. They just changed where the high cost hits them, right? Now, social and cultural shocks. Yep, add those two. Now, some people complain about the political climate. Others miss walkability, public transportation, or the ability to get anywhere without sitting in traffic for 40 minutes. And some just never adjust to the slower pace, the seasonal population swings, or the constant feeling that everything is spreading out like butter on a giant piece of toast. A lot of Florida regret stories sound like this, right? I thought it would be cheaper, calmer, happier, but turns out palm trees can fix everything. And honestly, that's the truth. Moving states doesn't, magically erase costs of living problem, job struggles or stress. Sometimes it just repackages them in sunshine and humidity. But here's the real twist. Some people are now moving back to New York. Yep. After all that effort, money, and dreaming, they are running back to the place they swore they escaped. Because sometimes, despite the high taxes and cold winters, New York still has better jobs, more stability, stronger social services, workability, and a lifestyle that doesn't realize they would miss. This sort of lifestyle they didn't realize they would ever miss, right? Now, Florida isn't for everyone. And the people discovering that the hard way, they're telling TikTok, Reddit, and anybody who listens or who would listen how they feel, right? Now, so what do you think? Is Florida dream overrated? And are people running from their problems instead of solving them? Or is Florida getting an unfair repopulation because people moved there with unrealistic expectations? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Would you move to Florida? Why or why not? So tell me. And if you've lived in either state, tell us your experience. What's the truth behind all the hype? Thanks for watching Global Views with Josh. Like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can join the conversation. I'll see you guys on the next video. And until then, credit belongs to original creators.